I mean, I remember when I was, 6 years old, my very first investment was a gold panda bear, a Chinese gold ounce. And it took me 44 years to get my money back adjusted for inflation. That happened this summer.
So people should remember that about
Yeah, 45 years
well.
I was right. Gold was the first Bitcoin when it became legal to own. I was there as a small child seeing my dad get just, oh my God, he had a big block of silver that he bought, 40 an ounce. And then, there's a lot of history of gold that nobody remembers today. So I think what you have to remember is that, here's the thing from a trading perspective. You start with gold bullion, right? Then you switch over to gold miners. Gold miners up 100%, double gold this year. That's second phase. Third phase, then you get silver. Silver is the meme cousin of gold. Don't give me this industrial EV solar panel crap.
Yeah.
There's enough silver for all of that. It's not a play on industrial production. It's just a degenerate gambling ploy after people get stuck with gold. They see miners up 100, then silver. And then the final frontier, when you see silver miners go parabolic, that's when the phase is done. So we're basically
and the other metals are also like platinum, palladium. Those guys are also flying too.
Well, and look at what a gift. I mean, listen, it's not my thing. I like to make money on stocks and bonds, but you had all summer to get into platinum. You had all summer to get into palladium before it went parabolic.
Yeah.
So it's not as if this stuff is unknown. It's just, it doesn't have any real kind of tangible value. But I do notice a lot of young kids, I mentor at University of New Mexico, and so we chair, I underwrite all these investment challenges. I give thousands of dollars of these gifts to let's do an investment challenge, show me the hot stocks, and you get these kids excited. I read through 25 of their reports earlier this week, preliminary reports, and obviously they still all want to be long NVIDIA.
Sure.
And trigger warning, we're talking about gold, not NVIDIA right now, but they've switched to gold from Bitcoin, right?
Oh,
as if they've discovered this gold thing. And they tell me if we keep spending, the dollar will go to zero, and then everybody who owns gold, they'll own the world. And it's I heard that from the Bitcoin crowd.
So that's what's so interesting, because we keep, I keep hearing that this is the debasement trade, but in recent days I've seen some pushback against, I mean, because the other things in the market don't add up. What we're seeing in the bond market doesn't necessarily indicate that. So, how do you read all of that?
Here's the thing: when you're going into gold and you say why, there is no why. It's a commodity. It's a hard currency.
So it's like Bitcoin.
You buy it. It has no value. I mean, I love the look. If you've ever seen a real gold bar, it's mesmerizing, and you're just like, I understand why I have to buy this gold.
Your little gold panda.
Your little gold panda bear. It is mesmerizing. But in all seriousness, gold is just a trade. It's always been a trade. It is a store of value over very, very long periods of time. But so when you ask somebody, why are you in gold? You're saying justify earning something that collects dust and keeps its store value over multiple decades, not multiple years. And so they have to say debasement because they see it on TV. And it's I've been hearing debasement since the early 80s.
Right.
And you say, oh, it's an inflation hedge. Really? 1980s, 1990s, all gold does is go down when inflation is much higher than it is today? Don't give me that stuff, right? It has to do with central bank positioning. It has to do with retail traders, and it has to do with just regular traders. One last thing about gold.
Yes.
It spikes up and then breaks hearts for years. Stocks make everybody happy for years, make NVIDIA go up, make me money for years, and then it spikes down.
Right.
So gold has the opposite reactions in the way that it goes up and down. So you have to remember, right, if you're gonna trade gold like you trade stocks, you're doing it the opposite way. And so what's happening is people are glomming onto it when it's going up parabolic, and they don't realize you're gonna hold this thing and it's gonna float sideways, if not down, for many, many years to come.